Hello, everyone, and welcome. I'm Jenna Blacker.
And I'm Leonka Reyna.
And this is the Haute Mystic Morning Show. Today we're talking with Monsef Akara. We're talking about moving beyond the veil. Just a reminder to like, subscribe, and hit the bell if you are liking the show on YouTube. A little morning brew with Woo. I headed to the beach last Thursday so that I could get my stem cell injections.
Okay.
We do a series of PRP. And I'm sharing this all in the Instagram Reels. If you are looking for some joint therapy, they do every single joint in the body. I was even looking at the menu, and they even do thumbs.
Oh, interesting.
So it just is so freaking cool, you guys. So I really wanted to have this information out there and share all the things. I get to do all the things.
For the hip.
Yeah. Because it's in this place where it's jiggling around in the joint. And if it keeps jiggling around the joint, I will get arthritis and I will need a hip replacement. So we're trying to keep it unjiggly.
Yes, got it.
So we're putting some PRP yummy stuff in there and it's getting all juicy in there.
Good.
So that's some of my morning brew with Woo. If you are interested in that story, I am creating a highlight reel on our Instagram story at Haute Hustle Live.
Thanks for that, because I think it's important to follow that journey.
At the beach I was in the hot tub and I was just gazing at that beautiful moon. And it's so dark there because it's a beach house on an island and it's dark there. And so it's just every star I wish upon tonight.
Uh-huh.
And then I got dropped in with a Palladian message.
Nice.
You are in the Truman Show. It may not seem that way to you. And it literally was that word. I haven't thought of that movie in a lifetime. And then I was thinking, wow, where did Truman Show come from?
Ooh.
It came from somebody's imagination. Like, it's been out there for so long, and it's finally just coming to fruition in my energy, frequency, and consciousness.
A little bit of mystic space for the news. A coronal mass ejection is heading straight for Earth, which means that we'll have a G3 storm here that is expected to land here today. So be on the lookout. If it's as strong as NOAA predicts, the auroras will hit the mid-latitudes. So just be on the lookout for that. The woo in celebrity news.
Thank you.
Yes. So basically, there's a new category, and everybody should be excited for us for it.
Yes.
At the Golden Globes, it's the podcast category. It's the very first year that it has been added. And this year, the personal development podcast, right? Did you catch that? The personal development podcast. Mel Robbins was nominated for a Golden Globe, beating out 24 other podcasts in the popular categories such as comedy, documentary, and those murder shows. So it's super inspiring for us as well. And we are definitely putting the Golden Globes on our vision board, so we will report back when that happens. And speaking of vision boards, I added a reel to Instagram, How Hustle Live, all about talking about vision boards and how various different celebrities use vision boards and have used vision boards in the past to create the massive success that they have had, such as Sabrina Carpenter, Ashley Graham, Oprah. Cool. So really talking about it. And I found that inspiring too. So don't skip on the vision board, people. It is important. Everything that I put on my vision board 2 years ago has all come true. And the things that didn't was something greater.
We are really working on our Instagram stories. So please do find us over at Haute Hustle Live on Instagram. I'm going to go ahead and bring up Monsef, and we will talk about this illusion, because it is in the world, isn't it?
A couple words about Monsef. Monsef is a visionary spiritual guide and host of Divine Unique Telesummit. He invites you on a transformative journey to connect with your true self through his unique group sessions, cosmic soul retrievals, and one-on-one sessions. Monsef holds frequencies which help the soul embodiment and sacred space infused with frequencies of comfort, acceptance, and love. Thank you, Monsef, for the wonderful work you do in this world.
Yeah. Welcome. Welcome to the show.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Take us back to your background a little bit.
Yeah.
I was born and raised in Morocco until my late 30s. I was mainly traveling within the country. Then I started exploring other places. It was just out of a desire, like a passion about exploring new things, new cultures. I realized that each place I visit, there is some kind of activation happening For some places I visit with intention, others just I feel I need to go there. I don't know why until I visit the place.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like every place led me to help me in my work in some way. Either I started offering my own services, started a podcast, things like that. And also maybe just healing some past life patterns that I was still experiencing in this lifetime. And just visiting that country where I had that lifetime had to shift as energy. And yeah, but also it's, how to say, it's like through my work, I mainly focus on neutrality and then letting people choose their own path. And being like from a culture that is very different than the other places I visited, it helped me somehow to see that it's not like there is one culture better than the other. There is no perfect one. It's just those are different lenses through which we see reality. And we can see like the same exact thing mean totally different things in different places. And that's really helped me to be in that space of neutrality. And when connecting with others and also with myself, holding like this neutral space, loving space, nurturing space that really can help to bring that essence of who we are that is beyond the identities that we are playing.
Do you want to talk about the NPCs?
Sure. So one of the things that had been coming up to me was in message, and of course lots of people have also been talking about it as well, is the idea of NPCs, right? So the idea that it's, and cheeky, it's called non-player characters. People that are in the backgrounds, they make up the people that make up the scenes in our world. And as Jenith alluded to over here about the Truman Show, the message that she got in that movie, they had a whole bunch of extra actors be the NPCs. And so what are your thoughts about that as they enter our world? They're usually people that we don't really interact with, or very lightly interact with. And they may or may not have a direct role in our world, or the role, or the, I guess, the illusion that we created and that we incarnated. What are your thoughts about that?
Yeah,
or does it matter?
For me, it's how I see it is that everyone creates their own reality. Mm-hmm. And for example, what I see about you is like the projection I created about both of you that represents something that co-creates or help me in my path. And also you represent something different for others. And whether there are NPCs or not, it's when we break the focus on that the main player is ourselves.
Yes.
It's us who creates that reality. So it's like we see others or life experiences in general. It's like messengers.
Oh.
We can get intuitive things like with the clairs.
Yes.
But also sometimes reality speaks to us or reflects something that we need to, maybe it needs more attention. It's sometimes where we experience some, for example, it can be like something exciting, but also it can be something challenging. And many times there are people who just come for a short time and then they leave. And the purpose is just for us to get our attention to the things that are important to us.
Wow.
In that moment.
Wow. So the people that maybe you might have had a lover is a short chapter of your life, and they just play the role of that particular part of your life as a chapter for that maybe lesson or something like that. And we can give them forgiveness for leaving. But really, those are sometimes the roles that people play. One other question I had about the illusion: how did you come to this realization? Where I think it's so important that people realize that we are the ones creating everything around us. We can do a co-creation, I believe, with a collective, but also it really stems from our perspectives. And you can grab that because you have journeyed to these different places and had these really remarkable experiences in various different places of the world.
Yeah. I could even add on to that.
Go ahead.
Because there's a difference between just talking about this and then really truly being this and applying this. And I think that most of our audience really gets like, wow, maybe I am creating every single moment of my life. And that includes the bad moments where you get hurt and you fall and you trip and you find that you can get yourself back up, and all the little stories in our life where, wow, we judge it as that sucks. We judge it as that's great. But I feel like there's all these different areas of our life that come together to help us develop, to help us develop, to help us develop. When we become aware that, wow, we've actually, quote, done that to ourselves through creating a reality unintentionally, I guess I feel that you might be the catalyst to help people really put that together when they hit that moment of moving beyond the veils and seeing the veils lifted. You want to talk a little bit about how one steps into something greater when they realize these veils are being lifted?
Yeah, for me, how I see it, why we sometimes we believe in that illusion, because we believe that the identities that we are playing, they are real, and they are who we are. And also those identities, if we feel so much attached to them, they can create some kind of separation. But when we try to connect to people, we engage with them and we try to know them deeper, we realize that there is something that can connect us that is beyond those differences. And those people that we were judging before, based on our beliefs, they are really nice people that we can really connect with them easily. But then with time, when we, how to say, because also for me, like, experiences helps me a lot. I was also like thinking my path is the right one and others.
Yes.
Yeah, right? I think we all do that. We're like,
or have had,
I'm better than you. Do you want to share an experience or a time when you really had that realization of, wow, maybe I judge this person as not good enough. Why do I also think that I'm so great?
Or just humility in that, creating the oneness.
The exact experience, there were several ones, but it's more about not judging myself.
Yes.
Judging, like just.
I got you.
It's for me. It's not. It's okay if we judge others, but if we take action that will hurt them, then that's something that we need to maybe shift. That it's the more we hold the space, and that's space of neutrality and love and acceptance toward ourselves, and it becomes easier to connect to others that we are judging, because we can do this with ourselves. And with time, it's like, as we say, like, the more we connect to other people, the more we have experiences. Those shifts, they happen naturally, because some realization, they happen as we discover things that we were not aware of. We know new aspects of other people that's maybe because of the limiting beliefs that we had in the past that we thought they are true. It's like we are fast in creating an image about the other person. And also, like, for me, it's important to give a second chance or more chances, because in society, we are fast on maybe judging others or taking an image about them from the first time, and we don't take time or allow time to know them even deeper or give them other chances to show who they are. So, like, all of those, they really help to be able to connect to ourselves and others, even though those, like, limiting beliefs, those dense energies that are happening, they are not affecting us. And being able to be in that neutral space, it doesn't mean that those energies, those beliefs, they are not existing. Like, everything exists at the same time. It's just we become able to focus and direct our focus where we want. It's not about judging those beliefs, fighting them, trying to remove them, but it's just accepting they are there. And in the end, we have the choice and where to direct our focus.
I love it. Michael said on the chat, it's all a mirror. And I think that's an interesting way to look at it. I always used to say it's not exactly a mirror, but it is usually the person that twists you the most, or is the person that can actually contribute the most to you.
Yes.
Yeah.
But sometimes with a Course of Miracles calls your teachers, right?
Mm-hmm.
Those are the ones that we've designed or chosen to, depending on how big the lesson is or what we decided to learn in this lifetime, can be the biggest lessons and play the biggest roles. Like our parents or mother, if you've had a really tough relationship with them, bending that or giving forgiveness around, that's crucial. But these usually the relationships, and arguably I would even say that relationships, like the actual relationships we have, because we are a relationship with everything. And so,
like even the tree outside.
Yes. And the three-eye atlas. But we are in relationship, but the relationships that we have with the people on earth, and more importantly, the inner circle that we have and our soul circle people, they are beings. They are the ones that produce the largest lessons that we have, and arguably is the biggest, I want to say, lesson that we have here on earth. Yes, we can learn the money game or abundance or anything like that. But when we really get in alignment with the relationship with ourselves, and with other people, that's where everything else can stem from. Mm-hmm. And like I said, arguably, but I do believe that's a key role here. Why else do we have human bodies and have this whole experience, right? We came here for a very beautiful reason.
And if we take it even more galactically,
Go ahead.
Wouldn't it be interesting if we are these priestesses and these aliens within these collectives on these different planets, and then we decide, wow, this was a cool experience, but you know what? Stick me in one of those tiny bodies and put me on Earth and make me have all this suffering.
That would be fun.
It's like, it'll be great. You'll like go on the challenge of your life. And I'm like,
there's sex and pizza.
There is sex and pizza there. There's love. So somehow you can find it. Yes. Come and get it. Oh. What are your thoughts on us really truly being among this galactic family and here to actually be a part of helping the people on this planet understand what it means to move beyond the veil and move into greater ascension for the whole collective?
Yeah, absolutely. So it's, for me, how I see it, it's like we have like our oversoul or higher self, it's incarnated in different places at the same time. Mm-hmm. And every place has like a different contribution, different gifts. And whether here on Earth or on a different planet or different universe, they are all connected at the same time. And this is why sometimes here we have some kind of experience that recall some gifts that either we have from, we call sometimes past life. For me, because like the time, it's part of that illusion. It's how physical reality works, part of it. But if we see beyond that, it's all existing at the same time. Mm-hmm. And we can tap into those connections to embody those gifts as well in this reality, which can really help us in our own path. And by doing that, it will also help others, whether we feel guided to share that as a service or sometimes just being present with someone.
Yes.
It can change like the energy, like without us knowing that's something happening. And I experienced that several times with people. They just feel they just can't be themselves. Oh, yeah.
I was going to say one of the biggest things that happened for me was I always heard the cliche, change yourself and everything else around you changes. And especially the people And I remember when I really got back focused to me, to myself, and I realized that my self-worth came from me. And it changed the relationship even in my marriage. So even the dynamic that I had with the closest person to me became improved just by igniting my own light. But that was the gift, right? That's the gift that we can have when we have our light, it be ignited. And you can change the people that are around you simply by being ignited. And I think that's exciting. Michael says, bullseye, we need each other to see.
I love it. That was a great one. Yeah. Bullseye. We need both each other to see. Wow. That's a good one.
And Dana said a good one. She said, mirror equals feedback. She said, what did she say up there? She said, the hologram equals architect and the field equals infinite intelligence.
Very cool.
It was very done. But I thought that was very interesting as well to describe what we experience as this reality. When you want people to understand.
Oh, yeah. They do see it in the chat there.
Yeah,
mirror equals feedback. Hologram equals architecture. Field equals living intelligence.
Beautiful.
Wow.
I thought that was very deep. When you talk about this subject, what do you want people most to know? Very important here, or empowering.
That's in the end, like the most important person in our life is ourselves. And once we realize that, like the physical reality will change, we'll adapt to that. And like, for example, you talked about changing others. But many times, like we see others changing or the physical reality change when we let go of that, like desire of changing it. When we focus on the present moment, what we already have right now, like we already set our intention, the universe know what we desire. But when we come back to our center, to the most important relationship, which is with ourselves, the rest will adapt naturally. It doesn't need an effort from us to change it. It's like for me, like in the podcast or the show, I always say it's like the outer world. It's for me, I prefer it to change, like change to happen naturally, whether fast or slow. It's not important because when it feels more forced, we don't really enjoy it, and also there is some kind of struggle in that process. But when we feel content with ourselves, then it's, how to say, if something doesn't show up right away, we have the ability to feel content in the present moment.
Yes, and with it all.
The time doesn't have that, it doesn't affect us the way it did before. And also we start seeing it differently because we have the ability to shift our state of being by choice. We are not dependent on the reality whether it changes or not.
That reminds me of the reel that you did on us fading in and out. We're like glitching.
Phasing in and out too. Nelson Mandela talked about the only thing that we have reaction to, the only thing that we have control over, we can't control other people, places, and things. The only thing that we have control over, which is the most empowering point, is the way that we react to those things. We can either choose to let ourselves fall, and he didn't say this, but we can either choose to let ourselves fall into victimhood, or we can be blissfully content with the present and the things that we have available to us now, and have even immense gratitude. He was in prison, and he was talking on this. And the thing that I talked about, the phase in and out, was our ability to be here, but in this timeline, right at this point of the timeline. And if you have something that is here that you most desire, and you raise your frequency simply by doing things like listening to sound bath, exercising, you just raising your frequency, staying in that frequency more often than not, then you phase out, because we know that from quantum mechanics, and you phase back into matter at a different point, thus helping you meet your most desired thing. If you stayed here on the frequency, then you would not be able to meet it, right? If you were just mad, I'm so upset, you're not content with the things that are in my life now, then the thing that you want could miss you. But when you are showing places of gratitude, now that's one of the biggest ways we can raise our frequency is by showing this love for where we are in the present. Then we can be there to meet our most desired objects, things, places in life by raising our frequency to be an energetic match. What are your thoughts on that as well?
I agree with everything you said. It's just for me how I approach like low frequency and high frequency. Because when we use low and high, automatically.
You're right. You are right.
So for me, it's okay to feel like those low frequencies.
Yes. Yep.
When we accept that those are parts of the experience, when they show up, we give them time. Many times when trying to release an energy or meditating, for example, if we don't feel peaceful in the end, we believe that was not the right way to do that. But sometimes it's the right way is to feel uncomfortable, to feel those emotions. When we judge that we shouldn't experience that.
Yes.
What are some of the tools that you use to help people really have the awareness and then make a shift around it?
One of them for me is I use contemplation. It can be for some meditation. For me, it's either if I find a place in nature, quiet place, if not just in the apartment, and I just contemplate what is happening within me, allowing it to happen. I remind myself that this is temporary, like life itself is temporary, so nothing will last forever, no matter positive or negative. And just allow myself to go through that. Ask question, especially I always give space to question my
Yes.
Especially those that I feel like this is the real truth, because truth for me is always changing.
Good. Yeah.
And asking like those questions, being flexible over time, it helps. Like I had some really challenging times doing that. It was really intense, but afterward I saw that those experiences were gifts. Even during that time they felt like they will never end.
Yeah.
But like really, I feel grateful for those experiences. I don't mean we need to ask for them to happen, but if they happen, then it's like we take advantage. It's an opportunity. But if they don't happen, it's okay. We don't need to look for what we need to heal. Otherwise, we can get stuck because we can never be perfect. We'll always find something to shift.
Yeah.
Another thing is connect.
And we always should find something to shift. Just wanted to say that, right? Because we're going to continue to grow.
It's just for me, I allow what needs to shift to show up, to not get overwhelmed by so many things. Because I believe there are some aspects that are relevant to our path in this lifetime, others not so much. So it's more, and also sometimes when we focus on shifting one thing, many other things, they just shift with it.
Yes.
So we don't need to address them.
Yes.
And and also another way is to have a regular time to connect and have a discussion with our inner child. Because maybe society, our parents, friends, family, they were not available for us because they had also their own issues. And start having this conversation. It's more like loving conversation. Starts confirming what they are feeling. That I understand what you are feeling. I know that you didn't receive the love that you want.
I just got something. But you have more, or should I say it?
Yeah, it's in general, it's like having that conversation when you confirm that if others can't be available for you now, from now on, I will be with you. I will take this journey with you.
Yes.
What that brought up was me going back to, in a hypnosis session, I went back to my younger child. And
was it the QHHT session we did? Okay,
No,
I was thinking because I remember you were younger then. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, and I have done it a lot.
Okay.
But it made me think that that is identity, because you go back to what you think was your history. You perceive that as what you think is the story that happened when you were told you were wrong, bad, you were too loud, blah, 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 whatever it was that like killed the energy of what you really want to be today. That is identity. If that history, because we live in the now moment, were to change, then your story in your brain and your point of view about it would be totally different. You got me?
Yes.
Or no?
No, I think I do. But what I understand is that we can change the past through our rewriting of the story. In fact, the past doesn't even exist, but it only exists in our mind. And so going back into nurturing that inner child is very important. I always am talking with my son, just to give you an example. He's 13. Sorry, Ryden. He's 13. And he remembers tons of things, way more than I remembered my childhood. And I am constantly asking him, I'm like, do you remember this or do you remember that? And we joke about different things. And one time he was on this stunt jump and he goes, yeah, Mom, I remember you threw me. I go, I didn't throw you. I just gave you a shove. And he was going to get off of it. Anyway, it's a joke. The thing is that I was worried. I was like, I don't really want him to think I'm throwing my kid off of a stunt jump. But the thing is, it's funny how they'll remember stuff. And I was like, that didn't happen.
Yeah.
And so he will keep that in his mind. And there's a couple other little things that I'm like, Ryzen, that is so not true.
Oh my goodness.
And so when you have that as an anchor, and those are funny ones that we do together, but I wonder about how I must have perceived things because I did have a very troubled childhood. So I probably internalized a ton of stuff. And there's a lot, wouldn't you say, Monsef, that can be benefited from me going in and being with my inner child and sitting with them, because we can actually do that despite timelines. Like we can actually go and be with our inner child. When I got that blew my mind. And so what does that actually, Monsef, what does that practice look like for you? When you sit down to do that, how do we do that?
Play some music, either meditative music, something that I can like comfortable with, and then I imagine that I hold the hand of little Monsef, or I imagine him like sitting on my lap, and
I bet he was really cute. Oh, and there's a lot of little hearts on the screen right now. Oh, I love it so much. Oh.
And then ever happening at that moment, I do that especially when things are intense. I talked to him, I said, I totally understand why you are feeling that, and you are not doing anything wrong. You are perfect just the way you are right now, and it's okay to feel that way. Maybe you are feeling alone, you are feeling maybe misunderstood or not heard. But also, I'm sorry if I wasn't present for you in the past, but from now on, I understand what you are going through because I also experienced that with you. And you don't need to do that alone anymore. So we can go through that together. And then I hug him, and then we just together feel those, whatever it's coming up to the surface.
Wow, you evolved him.
It's fulfilled the time. And also I don't force like that we need to release everything during that time. I said that if you don't feel comfortable to continue, we can do that another time. So
okay.
Because it can also be overwhelming.
For you.
It's very intense.
Yes, yeah. I love that.
Yeah.
I think that was a piece I might have been missing, to say it's okay. We don't have to release everything right now. It may be the reason why I don't do the nurturing of my younger self as often as a practice as I believe I'm starting to learn I should. How often do you do this?
Whenever there's something that triggers me.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Like weekly. For me, it would be like daily.
Probably right.
And sometimes and what happened is I realize at some point if I feel judged or triggered and I'm with people, I can do that like very fast. It's like two friends who are understanding each other, and we know what's going on, and we know that this doesn't describe who we are. It's like becoming more close to each other, and it becomes more easier to have that discussion. So we don't need to stop what we are doing or to be alone. Whenever we feel to connect together, we can do it.
Wow.
This is how it's evolved.
Wow. That's what I thought. I thought it evolved to that. That's fascinating.
Is that how you work with clients usually?
It depends on, sometimes we bring the inner child, but also it's intuitively we talk about the issue they want to address, and then we just stay silent. Because also there is energy work happening. So there co-create with Pleiadians, also other beings, and there's energy work happening for them that can support them. And then sometimes there are messages that come through, sometimes it's just we stay silent. And
I feel like you're a muse.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
No.
I feel like you're a muse.
How do you use the word?
A sparking of other awareness, or is that not how I should use it?
I'm not sure. To me,
Catalyst muse. Because it seems like
more.
Because it seems like the more you're in our presence, the more you talk to us, I'm feeling like more centered, more
maybe it's
like
catalyst
in my body. But then at the same time, you said a couple words, and then I like get this whole. And the second one that I haven't even shared yet.
Go ahead.
The ahas I get was, you know how when you have an emotional charge, like your planet is going to die, and that comes up in a QHHT session,
Sure.
right?
Yes.
The things you remember in this timeline, or what your brain thinks is this timeline, those are the ones that are like Ryzen being terrified that mom was going to push him off the roller coaster, right?
Roller coaster, everybody.
So he remembers these like emotions where you're physically hurt, or you're hurt emotionally, or
we had fun.
Okay, good. I'm just saying it was charged enough that he remembers it from his past. And isn't the things that we do, take the big trips to Europe, you remember those?
Yeah.
Because it brings up some charge inside of you. And that's why we remember our past lives. Okay, I'll stop.
I just have this image of me throwing my kid off a roller coaster. It was the little version of the stunt jump. And he got us all the way up there. And then he was like looking back down. And I was like, Ryzen, you wanted to come up here, just little guy. And then
go off the diving board, kid.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, there you go. Because he was looking back down, and I was like, we're not going back down. There's a ton of people there. And he got up, he goes, that was fun, Mom. But he makes fun of me. He says, no, you threw me.
That's funny.
Anyway, but yes, I think there's
like the charge.
Yes,
that's the whole point.
Exactly. Yeah. You have this very cool energetic charge. Did you want to take a couple questions on the live? I think one of the most important things is that we are able to display your work, and I think people can really grasp that when they do. How would you want us to do that? We could either do questions, or you could take us through meditation, however you do.
We can start with a couple questions.
Okay.
I don't do readings like about what happens in the future, and also like physical feeling as well.
Okay, that's good.
It should be an emotional type of question, is what they were like, I have this pattern that I'm seeing in my life. Is that the kind of question that you would like?
Yeah, it can be that. And sometimes I receive one client, she she felt like having issues moving forward in her service. She's also a healer. So this can be a question.
Great.
You see how it's
I'll start.
Okay, great.
So I'm really working on some of my personal work and how I share that to the world. I've done a lot of stuff with QHHT, and I've worked on a journalistic project. I'm really struggling with I feel stuck a little bit. And I know that I need to connect more in order to really get some of this channeled writing. As I'm saying this, all of this is coming through. And now I'm like, oh, I'm getting my answer, which is great. It probably is a lot of your energetic work too. But do you have any maybe insight on that as well?
Maybe the first thing is being flexible with the timing when this needs to start. It's okay if it doesn't start right away, because it's like we need to gather information from experiences,
Sure.
especially when we're creating something new. And in general, the mind, when it creates an image of what we want to do or create, it does that based on what it knows. But when there is something new, it's something unknown for it. So maybe there are some experiences that can help just to get the bigger picture, and then it will remove the energy. Because many times after some time or some kind of experience, we just change totally the way we want to express those gifts.
Yes,
So that's
for
what
sure. I also think I just need to create the space. Thank you.
Journal. Could you tell yourself to journal as the...
Oh, journaling. I've been doing a ton of journaling, and that is one of the biggest things, like for people that I most want to work with and that would have catalytic change with me. I highly recommend journaling and even channeled journaling. So I'll open my Akashic records. I'll sit and be with myself. I think I've had some huge breakthroughs, but one of the prerequisites is if somebody's working with me, they have to be journaling. Otherwise, or do you really want this change? And it can be voice diction as well.
Yeah.
It's so interesting.
One of the things I really got out of this conversation is I like to force things. And when you say I have resistance, even when you say it doesn't have to happen right now.
Ooh, she don't like that. I already know.
You probably already know that from how you know me. But that would be my, if you have something that you just notice, wow, I have resistance to this.
That's what you journal on.
That's what you journal on. Okay.
You start asking a ton of questions, like Monsef said. You ask a lot of questions, like where did this come from? How does it stem? Why does that make me feel this way?
Yeah.
What am I missing out on?
Yeah. What is beyond it that I think I'm going to get, and maybe I can get it without not forcing it to.
Correct.
Right? The true contemplation.
True. Also,
that's what you should do, Monsef, is give us like contemplation questions.
Everybody's got some great ones. Yeah. I've already learned a lot about how to connect with my inner self and why that is so important. And that I'm motivated now from this conversation to do that more often.
Yeah.
Now that I'm a journaling queen.
He's the muse.
You don't like the word. I don't think I like the word. And maybe that's something I need to journal on.
Maybe do you not like that word? Monsef, the muse.
The muse or journaling?
Either, but do you like the word muse, or do you have resistance to that?
It feels nice. I don't know exactly what does it mean.
To me, I grew up with the word.
It sounds nice.
Yeah, I thought it was cool.
Interesting.
So you have resistance to that word. I have resistance to, and the resistance that when I contemplate it, it is timeline shit. It is going slower. I'm like, no, I notice a change. I want it now. And that's a limiting belief.
Right. Because then you were putting yourself in control. And
I know. That's such a mess. All right. Look at all the awareness that we've had.
That's right. Paula said, I always thought of muse as inspiration. Dana likes the word. So there you go. Maybe I grew up with the word being something else, I thought. I think I heard it in like a song, and see how that can change things?
Yeah.
How that created a belief.
And then you had an emotional side to that song.
Yep. And then I also saw it in the movie.
Yeah. Monsep, I was gonna go ahead and bring up your special offer here. If you want to go ahead and go through what it looks like to work with you.
And Shara says, if you inspire someone, you're a muse. Okay.
Yeah, if you inspire somebody, if you get them.
Then it was just me, y'all. It was just me. I own my own stuff.
Monsep, if you want to go through this package that you have for people to join them, it's 2 parts here. One is part A, Beyond the Illusion. Monsef, take it away.
Yeah. Thank you. So package A is 2 group sessions. They will be live group sessions, 45 minutes each. There will be a recording that can be downloaded afterwards. That's what happens in those group sessions is initially I hold the space for the group. I invite everyone, the higher selves, spirit guides, in general the Pleiadians are present, sometimes Arcturians, and then intuitively I talk about the main theme of the group session for a few minutes. Then I allow a couple of minutes, 2 to 3 minutes of silence. And what happens there is it's more like energetic work. And this is the main part of the group session. It's like the energy holding the space in collaboration with other beings. It helps to bring back like the parts of ourselves that we gave away, like because of some past experiences where we gave away our power to others, maybe from other lifetimes. And it's those parts of ourselves, they are already existing, but we are not aware of them. It's like at an energetic level, we feel that connection again. And what I received, the feedback from others, they shared whether on the live or later, that they started feeling that energy moving and feeling more present in their body. And the experience can be different from one person to the other because the energy supports each one individually depending on where they are in their path. And they can listen to the replay if they wish to do that, have a deeper experience. But it's not necessary. If after that you feel this is complete, then you can move on from it.
Wow.
And the subject, the first one, it's lead the way, embodying true freedom beyond collective identities. Because we talked earlier about identities, that they are main parts of this physical reality, and it can be challenging when we walk our own path. Many times it can be different than others, and we can feel alone in it, or we don't have the courage to express our truth as it is. So here it's more about feeling safe in being who we are, feeling safe in sharing our light, feeling safe in being different. And especially when we are creating something new, probably many people will not understand that. Maybe will not receive support we expect from the beginning. And we are creating something that can inspire them later in the future. We may not realize that in the beginning, but it's something that can really help a lot others. And so this session will be focused on that. And the second group session is develop your unique intuitive language and move in communion with universal energy. So everyone has different ways to receive intuitive guidance. So here it will be more about how can we use those to receive the messages that are relevant to that moment, and also how to navigate when things are really unknown and we are not receiving clear messages, and how this can really help us to, create a sense of flow in our life, where instead of maybe controlling like when things should happen and how they should show up, it's more about moving with the flow in co-creation with the universe and allowing the synchronicities, allowing the events to align for us. And this practice can really, at some point, can really surprise us how things are happening for us and how things are aligning for us. in ways we didn't know are possible. So this session will be about that, and also the energies they will be supporting those two things. So those are the group sessions.
And then there's a package B.
And package B, it's similar as the group, but it's more focused on one person. So we focus on either one or two issues. And the same way, I hold the space where we connect. We bring both of us, our higher selves, spirit guides, and any beings who are there to support the clients. And then I share messages that I get, and also there's energy work that happens.
Fabulous. Wow.
Wow.
Well, that's a great deal for that price.
Yes.
Absolutely. Oh, wow, you guys. All right. So if you're looking for this webpage, it's at hautehustle.com/Monsef. That's spelled MONCEF.
And you can always find all of these different interviews and the most current with the special offers at hautehustle.com/LIVE.
Yes. And they will be available through the first week of January, and then they get archived, and then season 1 of 2026 begins.
That's right.
Yep.
And it kicks off, we have a little bit of stuff, but it kicks off mainly with a new summit. So just want to put that
this time it does.
Monsef, it's been a treat to be here with you. We've been on your show and we've had such a great time. Your audiences love them so much. And we're so glad you could be here with us today. Do you have any parting words for us?
Again, I didn't hear that last question.
Sorry, do you have any parting words for us? A last message that you'd like to share with the audience? Everybody say, thank you, Monsef. Great conversation today. Thank you. Very insightful. Oh, man. Lots of love on the chat.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, everyone. First, thank you for allowing me to be here with you and spend this time with you. And also thank you for your audience to cooperate with us, this experience. And maybe the last message is like not to take healing very seriously. It's a very important part of ourselves, of our spiritual awakening, but also create space where we can experience life as well, because it's through those experiences that the healing that we are doing is being activated, or we start seeing the shifts, because many times we can isolate ourselves or don't allow ourselves to experience life fully, whether the exciting experiences or like things where we need to slow down and be more contemplative and connect with ourselves. So yeah, life is meant to be experienced and enjoy.
Thank you.
Yeah, be here for each moment of it.
Thank you, Paula. Says such a gentle and energy you have, Monsef. I couldn't agree more.
Yeah.
It's beautiful to be in your experience and your energy.
Yeah,
I can definitely see how people benefit from it for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially me, because I'm like fire hose. And you're the exact opposite. You're like,
which I can see how people can receive that and be such a beautiful, loving space that you will, and you can tell I can feel your heart so much.
Yes.
You just love the work that you do. So thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Yes. A couple of announcements, everyone. We are again having a live summit where we have 3 speakers a day, every day for the start of January 5th through the 9th. So that is a really fun summit. Are we calling it Crazy Rich Free?
Yes, it's Crazy Rich Free.
Yes, and free to be. So really all about expression and being authentically you. And the words that keep coming in my head is shine bright like a diamond.
Yep.
Yeah. So basically it's really stepping into that authenticity that you be. And you don't have to be loud, but be you.
Yeah.
And that is what brings you those riches, abundance, freedom, the joys in life. And we really want to set it off for the new year. Just really having that as the target and aim. So it's really fun.
Yeah. It has a whole frequency in itself.
Oh, God, I'm just saying it out.
I know. All right. And then we also, until December the 12th, Leonka and I have put our sessions on sale for you. You can buy them now and use them next year.
Yes.
It's not like you have to do it real quick.
You can, just as long as you buy them before the 12th. Yes, and you can use any of the time to schedule it out.
So look for that in the newsletter. There is also samples of our work that we put from Monsef's show.
Yeah.
So you'll get some of us all in all of that. Make sure you look at the newsletters and that information is there.
And that's what we've got. We'll be back on the show for Thursday.
Yeah, we are taking off Christmas week, by the way. And I want to remind you again to join us at Instagram at houtehustle.com/live. Also, you know what's in the story right now? Whenever I picked up a video camera at the beach house, there was an orb.
Oh, I know, fun.
And it was always in the bottom right corner, or in the very last one.
Oh, you had a little active one. That was like...
I know, he was like all over the place. He was like, is he like doing the alphabet or something like Esther Hicks?
Stuff
I was like, maybe I start tracing these guys. It's like, Jenna, do this.
And it's the type of orbs that you'll see on video camera or that will show up in photographs. And I was telling Jenna that it's very common to see these orbs like at a wedding. Mm-hmm. You'll just see, sometimes there's like tons of orbs. Like I was looking at one of my friend's pictures of, they were doing a celebration of life and they were having a really good time because they were also celebrating one of the baby's birthdays. Mm-hmm. And so I thought that was really interesting how they brought both of those things together. Mm-hmm. But you could see the orbs that were surrounding them. It was beautiful. That's so cool.
It's like all their ancestors. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yes.
I love that.
Every time my mother, she has a beautiful picture that I pointed out. She was sitting in contemplative motion, like sitting there and just looking at the beach. And that's one of her very favorite things to do. And so when she printed it out and put it on a little plaque for me, because I was like, oh, my mom. And because I told her I love the photo.
Yeah.
And then in the corner is this beautiful little orb right next to her. Yeah. It's so pretty. And yours was really fun to watch.
And look at the actual footage, because I was like taking a picture of the moon in one. And then the sunrise in another one.
Yeah, so it was different times at night.
Yeah, I opened the blinds. It was just like, it was
juicy.
Yeah, it was so weird.
How fun. Mm-hmm. I saw one of the stories, and the one I saw was like a little active guy. I was like, he's cute.
But some of them were a little, he's like running, scribbling around. So whatever it is, can anyone read this orb? Yes, if somebody can read this orb and it has a message for me, please tell me.
How cute.
Or if it's just photography and I shouldn't make a big deal about it, you can tell me that too.
No, I truly believe it. I watched a whole documentary on it, in Gaia.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm convinced.
If it was just one dude like sitting there, I think it was just a camera lens.
Yeah.
But if he's scribbling around doing all kinds of, it makes me really go.
Either way, we know here, we believe in the woo, so I'll go with it.
I'm going with woo.
Yeah.
Just a reminder, if you're on YouTube, to like, subscribe, and hit the bell.
Also share. It's the way in which we help others to create the world that we most want to live in and ascend here. Let's be more of the goodness in the world rather than the doom scroll, y'all.
I love it.
Oh, we're Haute Hustle, and we're
reminding you to take a little time to
enjoy the woo. Have a good one.
Bye. See you on Thursday.